as among other shows.
Moving on.
One thing we didn't get to talk about is I know I talked about the Batman the trailer because I wasn't there on the episode with DC Fandom, but Robert Pattinson has contracted coronavirus.
Yeah.
So that is actually being delayed. So that sucks. I remember when the news came out saying that someone on the set had coronavirus, and so they're halting production. And then maybe a day later, or a few hours later, they ended up releasing the statement that it was actually Robert Pattinson who had coronavirus. So hopefully he gets better and is able to continue, and then he gets healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully no one else was affected by him while on the set, you know?
Yeah.
That would definitely halt the progress, because we know that it's fully not even 50% done, so that halt that's going to be halted probably to the time of its release, maybe, because they still have to edit it and everything. So
since we're throwing out bonus news, also go check out the new Dune teaser.
Yeah, I like the outfits in that fucking. Is it a movie or what is it again? Is it a movie?
Yeah, it's a movie.
It's a movie.
It's a movie. Yeah, that outfits look amazing. Are very reminiscent to Fallout for me, in the power suits and shit. Makes everyone look swole and shit.
Crazy cast.
Yeah.
Also, of course, Dune was pushed back from its original slated release date, along with what James said with Wonder Woman. So, I don't know.
Yeah, I heard, on top of that Wonder Woman news, I know that a Wonder Woman might push back Dune into 2021 if that ends up happening, because I know November is really packed with movies, I believe, that are coming out. So that was one of the rumors that they might actually push back Dune for Wonder Woman for that December release date.
Yeah, most likely. That's a big thing that could happen, you know?
Yeah.
With how big Wonder Woman will be, regardless, whenever it drops. Moving on to Rex, then?
Yeah.
And now it's time for the weekly recommendations.
Go ahead.
All right. I'll go first.
Yeah.
All right. So I have two. My first one is Lovecraft Country.
Whoa.
Just started watching this. I believe are they done with the season, Wes?
No. You mean what they've released already? No, I don't think so.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't know if it's a continuous series, right? It's not just a one-off.
Yeah, it's not a mini series that I know of.
Okay. I'm only, I think, on episode 4, and I believe there's about 6 episodes that they have out right now, if I'm not mistaken. But definitely check that out. It is extremely crazy and weird. It's from the mind of Jordan Peele, J.J. Abrams, and Misha Green. So those guys know what they're doing.
Yeah.
I'm really surprised that J.J. Abrams did a movie, a series like this, because it's so, to me, it seems out of his wheelhouse. But
J.J. Abrams?
Yeah, but it's definitely entertaining. It's so creepy and supernaturally, and it's awesome. Definitely check it out. It's on HBO. If you have HBO Max, you can stream it there as well. So check that out. And then my other pick is on Amazon Prime right now. Super a sleeper movie that I never heard of before. Is called Cosmos. I believe when I did the research after the movie, because I wanted to know, how much they made this movie for and whatnot, because it was really great. Just everything in this movie seemed really kind of A plus in terms of production and everything like that, and they only made it for about $6,000 or $7,000. And it reminded me a lot of a Spielberg-y type of movie, like E.T. almost. definitely check it out. These guys, they basically listen to space, and then they catch on, or they hear a pretty interesting sound coming from beyond our planet, and gets pretty weird from there. So definitely check that one out as well. It's very fun. If you like space and kind of like stuff like that, definitely check it out. Cosmos.
Awesome. And Lovecraft Country, right?
Yes.
Tiny?
For sure, dude. My only rec for this week is 2015's Master of None. This comedy drama. It's 2 seasons in. There was rumors of it being canceled for a third, but that's false. And it has an amazing 100% on Rotten.
Nice.
So, yeah. And this one's basically a loosely based life of Aziz Ansari's life, dude. So, check it out if you haven't. It's pretty fun. Also, one of the cast members in the main focuses in this one, Eric Warnheim from Tim and Eric. So, look out for Masters of None. It's fun. It's on Netflix. Check it out.
Nice.
Oh yeah. Pass it to West.
Cool. So I only had 2 this week. The first one is I want to give a shout out to James, who I know covered this as it was being made, and then Diego, who wrecked this last week. You Cannot Kill David Arquette. I got to sit down and watch it in its entirety, and it's a beautiful documentary. And I think it's amazing, dude. Like, David Arquette fucking killed it. It's so good. You guys got to check it out.
I think I might watch that tonight.
Yeah, you won't.
What was it watched on again? Like, where were you able to see it again?
It's on VOD right now.
VOD.
Yeah, so probably got to pay a couple bucks, rent it for $4.99 or something. But it's called "You Cannot Kill David Arquette," about his redemption into the wrestling culture. And then moving on, since we're talking about wrong cops, I thought it'd only be fair to recommend 2010's Rubber from Quentin Dupieux, which is basically literally a film about a killer tire who rolls around and chooses his victims while being kind of spectated by random people.
I remember hearing that they were making a movie about that, and I was like, really?
It's definitely one of those, check it out once and you're going to be like, wow, like, did I really go through that right now? Like, type movies.
Yeah, it's super weird. Even more weird than Wrong Cops. I think Wrong Cops is probably a lot more digestible than Rubber is, from a filmmaking aspect.
You know what, though? I think they should make more movies like that, like, where random shit, random shit killing people or something. Like, that's just, I don't know, man. They should just go back into that again. Like, people, like directors. I guess people want a good story, but, you know.
Leave it to Magnet Entertainment to bring you, like, the weirdest shit, dude. They always
push that out, right?
Yeah, they do.
I love Magnet, dude. That's one of my favorites, dude, of all time right now.
Yep. And that's the end of the Rex, unless you guys got anything else to add.
No, that's it, man.
That's it.
Pushing into Tiny's movie focus then.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And now for the movie focus of the week.
Alright, so this week we're talking about Wrong Cops. It's from 2013. It's a comedy/crime film. It runs at 1 hour and 34 minutes, and it's got a 55 on Rotten. Written and directed by Quentin Dupieux, starring Eric Roberts, Mark Burnham, Eric DeJour, Marilyn Manson, Ray Wise, Steve Little, and Arden Mir. Set in the near future, where a police department and their adventures into depravity, including drug trafficking, sexual harassment, theft, assault, and all is revealed in this wild and wacky ride. Quentin Dupieux is a 46-year-old French filmmaker who also makes electronic music under the alias Mr. Moiso. The film in question tonight is Wrong Cops, which is as over-the-top and insane as the title would lead you to believe. The oversaturated and bright cinematography gives this picture a unique look that really adds to the obvious exploitation/grindhouse vibes it is going for. The music does its job establishing a fun tone throughout, with some characters even bringing in a meta feel by referencing the music itself. Much like Quentin's 2010 effort Rubber, Wrong Cops is likely to offend and excite in equal measure. Thank you.
Nice. I will agree, dude, that it does offend.
All right, Inaris. So the question I always kick off these episodes with: what made you pick Wrong Cops? What does it mean to you? And why do you love it?
First off, I chose Wrong Cops because it's a movie that I talk daily with. You know him as Admiral Atlas daily. It's a movie that I could highly reference, like all the time in everyday life. It fucking has the cheekiest comedy, very crude, rude, very funny moments that me and Vic can relate to through music, and just like the choice cast, if you notice, was very interesting as well. You see some people, like some of them were in Dark Knight. Just very crazy, crude movie. I could reference it all day, watch this a lot, laugh at many different scenes, talk about them with me and him. Not very many people have seen this that I know of, especially like you guys. I'm pretty sure are first time watchers. So, and shouts out to fucking Elijah, because he's the one that recommended this movie to me a long time ago, dude, and I fell in love with it ever since, dude. Like, and these are the kind of movies I go for, like very crude, different. You don't know what the fuck the movie's doing, and it still comes to be, you know. So this is why I love this movie, Wrong Cops, dude. Not much else I can say, dude. And it's like, what I would like to know is like your guys' first impressions, dude, as first time watchers and stooping this low with me to watch this film, you know what I mean? So we'll start off with, I guess, James, since I would love to hear like how crazy this film, if it's not good, anything, dude. Like, what did you feel or get out of this movie, dude?
It's very different. What I got out of it, not so much anything. To me, this is definitely. I can see my brother enjoying this movie, and I say that because he is a stoner, and I think this is a stoner's movie. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm not trying to pigeonhole I'm not trying to pigeonhole it into only a specific group of people that will enjoy this. But there was, I will say, there were some moments that were funny, and then there were some that I was just like, when this movie started, I thought it was like, I don't know. I thought it was. I'm not trying to shit on it, but when it started and the kid was riding his bike into the alley with the guy with the cop with the rats, the quality and stuff, I was like, okay, this movie has to get better, right? And it kind of stayed right there. It's a very different movie. There was some. I'm not trying to be mean at all.
Yeah.
So I don't want you to take it as like this is like the stupid pick or anything like that. But
yeah,
I'll say this movie's probably not. I might recommend it to my brother. And maybe a couple of other.
For, right?
Yeah, it's not a movie that I would like seek out, but it's definitely entertaining in some parts, and then questionable in other parts. But it's definitely a wild ride.
Definitely, dude. I agree, dude. Like, there's so many people that just, for me, in my opinion, you would need to be a stoner, or maybe you would have to know Mr. Oizio. He is French, and you might have to get that side of life. Maybe being French comedy is very different from Americans comedy, so or any other type of comedy. So I think like it's very interesting, and he went hard, dude. Like, there is like the F-bomb, and there is like a bunch of other shit, like very crude. you would be like, oh wow, did they really just do that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, and there's nothing really too crazy like when they do it, but it's very crude.
Yeah, there's not very many crazy things that happen.